Chapter 51. Your account is gone. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 51. Your account is gone. After Bei Qingqing posted this message, the comments section exploded again. What happened? Who broke a leg? Can you tell us more about it? I'm curious too. This is obviously the smell of gossip. Hurry up and tell us more about it. Yeah, young Master Chen. What happened to your leg? Which leg? Did something happen? Could it be that you were beaten by Bei Qingqing? It shouldn't be possible, right? After everyone saw Bei Qingqing's comment, they immediately flooded the comments section. They kept commenting on Chen Jingji, as if they were afraid that he would not be able to see. Chen Jingji must have seen it. After all, it was his leg that was injured, not his eyes. Chen Jingji smashed the cup in his hand angrily. Looking at Bei Qingqing's comment, he was so angry that he gritted his teeth. Originally, he wanted to take advantage of Bei Qingqing's return to school and properly guide public opinion online. In this way, regardless of whether these things were real or fake, everyone would go to Bei Qingqing's place to make a fuss. Perhaps he could make Bei Qingqing feel a little bullied in school. Who knew that Bei Qingqing would recklessly run to the comments section and bring up the matter of his leg? If others found out that he had a broken leg, how would he survive in school? He would become a laughingstock, right? The more Chen Jingji thought about it, the angrier he got. However, he did not dare to say anything. He was afraid that Bei Qingqing would expose more things. At this moment, Bei jumped out again. She ran to the bottom of the comments section and angrily left a message. Sister, did you not see the message that Mom sent you? Mom couldn't find you anywhere, nor could she contact you. She was about to get sick. Now that she saw that you were online, it meant that you were fine. Then, our family can be at ease. Sister, don't worry about us. After all, it wasn't easy for you to marry into the Chen family. It's normal that you don't want to contact us. However, Mom and Dad are your biological parents. If you have time, come back and see us. When Bei Qingqing saw Bei's message, she was so angry that her lungs were about to explode. She was saying that she had married into a rich family and then turned a blind eye to her biological parents, right? Bei Qingqing laughed out loud in anger. Bei was really too evil. The message that had wanted Bei Qingqing to talk about Chen Jingji's legs was also drowned out. The scene suddenly turned into a situation of mocking Bei Qingqing. Didn't you just marry a rich man? Do you have to abandon your biological parents? If it were me, I wouldn't leave my parents even if you gave me a few million. Gold digger, you've only been married for a few days and you don't even want your own family anymore. I feel sorry for your parents. Upstairs, if you know how to scold people, then scold a little more. I can't do it anymore. It's disgusting to see such an ungrateful woman. Bei Qingqing frowned. She was very angry, and her hand was trembling. She took a deep breath. She comforted herself. She could not be defeated by this kind of inexplicable verbal attack. She wanted to stand up and fight back. Bei Qingqing tapped on her phone and quickly typed the words to fight back. She had not sent them out yet. However, she found that Bei's account had been emptied. Now, it only showed that it was blocked. Immediately after that, Chen Jingji's account was also gone. Bei Qingqing felt that it was very strange. Why were they suddenly gone? Chapter 52. Chen Jingji was trying to sow discord. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 52. Chen Jingji was trying to sow discord. Just as Bei Qingqing was puzzled, her phone suddenly lit up. She received a message from Chen Jiaji, have a good class, don't play with your phone. Bei Qingqing had already vaguely guessed that Chen Jiaji was the one who did this. After all, no one else would use such a method to help her. Bei Qingqing smiled bitterly and replied to Chen Jiaji's message, I haven't scolded them enough yet. How did you remove his account? After a while, Bei Qingqing received Chen Jiaji's reply, if you want to scold him, we'll scold him face to face when we come back. I'll protect you. Bei Qingqing was shocked. What did he mean by scolding him face to face when they returned? Bei Qingqing started to feel uneasy. He felt that Qin Jiaji must have done something again. Bei Qingqing was not in the mood to listen to the rest of the class. After a while, she asked for leave from the teacher and went back home. On the way back, Bei Qingqing was a little nervous. After all, Qin Jiaji was a very impulsive person. He did not care about the consequences. So Bei Qingqing was worried that Qin Jiaji might have done something again. When he got home, she saw that the housekeeper was counting the items in the house. Qin Jiaji crossed his arms and instructed the housekeeper to take the things away. Qin Tianfeng's face was pale. He quarreled with Qin Jiaji at the dinner table, but he did not expect Qin Jiaji to really want to split the house with him, and so quickly. There were many things in this house that Qin Jiaji had bought in the past. Therefore, if Qin Jiaji wanted to leave now, he had to take all these things with him. Qin Tianfeng felt heartache when he saw this. In the end, he caught a glimpse of Bei Qingqing coming in from the corner of his eye and became even angrier in his heart. He was angry when he saw Bei Qingqing and wished that he could immediately sweep Bei Qingqing out of the door. You still have the face to enter this door. Look at what you've done to our family. Qin Tianfeng had nowhere to vent his anger. He directed all his anger at Bei Qingqing. Qin Jingji, who loved acting, immediately acted out. Sister Law, this is all my fault. I'll kneel down for you, okay? I won't dare to do it again in the future, and I won't make you angry. You'd better persuade Big Brother to not separate from us. No matter what, we're still a family with Big Brother. Please, Sister Law. Bei Qingqing was speechless. This Qin Jingji should become an actor. She was very depressed. She knew that Qin Tianfeng had always favored this son and would definitely target her. As expected, Qin Tianfeng immediately shouted when he heard this, "Why are you kneeling down to her? Tell me what happened today." Qin Jingji looked aggrieved and said, "I just posted a message on the internet today. Maybe Sister Law misunderstood. That's why Sister Law and brother are so angry." Qin Tianfeng was very angry. It was just a post, right? If there was a problem with the post, they could just delete it. But now, this woman actually incited his son to split up because of such a post. You really are a ruthless woman. It's just a post. If there's a problem, you can ask Jingji to delete it. Why did you have to ask Jiaji to split up with us? What are you trying to do? I think you're trying to marry into our Qin family to drive a wedge between the two brothers. The more Qin Tianfeng spoke, the angrier he got. He wanted to teach Bei Qingqing a lesson right away. Chapter 53. Exposing him to the public. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 53. Exposing him to the public. Bei Qingqing sighed silently in her heart. She was simply speechless. Qin Jingji was playing the villain to the extreme. She originally thought that no matter what, he was still Qin Jiaji's younger brother. She did not want to expose him in front of so many people. After all, there were still servants working in the yard. She did not want to hurt the Qin family's face. However, now, Qin Tianfeng had put the blame on her again, and she could not tolerate it anymore. She decided not to show mercy for Qin Jingji and the Qin family. How is this my fault? Qin Jingji, why don't you dare to show your posts? Why don't you show your family what you said? Bei Qingqing questioned, but Qin Jingji evaded her question and refused to say anything. Fine, since you don't want to say it, then I'll help you. Bei Qingqing sneered and took out her phone. She held back her disgust and said, "Next, I'm going to read the post that Qin Jingji put on the internet." Bei Qingqing cleared her throat and read, "My vegetable big brother just woke up and didn't satisfy the bride. The bride has been flirting with me at home all day, deliberately seducing me. What should I do? Chen Jingji clenched his teeth. She was exposing him to everyone. Bei Qingqing looked at them with a livid expression, then she questioned, Father.in.law, do you think it's my fault that Chen Jingji spread rumors about Jiaji on the internet and spread the news of me seducing him in school? His behavior not only affected people's impression of Jiaji, but also the image of the family and company. I don't think I've done anything wrong. Chen Tianfeng looked at the message sent by Chen Jingji on his phone and felt ashamed. He looked at the surprised gazes of the servants around him and wished he could find a hole to hide in. Li Yilan was also furious. She slapped Chen Jingji's face and questioned, how can you talk nonsense outside? When did Qingqing seduce you? Don't tell me you don't know that I'm in this house all day. Chen Jingji was beaten speechless and covered his face in embarrassment. Covdssm Bei Qingqing looked at Li Yilan and thought of the incident that happened on the wedding night. She mustered up her courage and said, there's one more thing. I didn't say it for the sake of the face of the family. Now I have to say it. When Jiaji and I were on our wedding night, Chen Jingji wanted to take advantage of Jiaji's comatose to defile me. It was also because I kept struggling to stall for time. If Jiaji hadn't woken up at that time, I wouldn't have dared to imagine what would have happened. And his leg was broken because he jumped out of the window. Li Yilan was very angry when she heard Bei Qingqing's words. She cursed Chen Jingji for not being human. Then, Li Yilan hugged Bei Qingqing. She did not expect Bei Qingqing to suffer so much after marrying into her family. She had been silently enduring it all this time. Li Yilan said guiltily, I'm sorry. It's all because we raised such an unfilial son that we almost hurt you. Now, you're even being gossiped about by others. It's not you and Jiaji who should leave this family, but this unfilial son. Bei Qingqing felt Li Yilan's care for him, and she was very gratified. In this family, only his mother.in.law and husband were good to her. However, Bei Qingqing remembered that he had already promised Qin Jiaji that they would leave, and now she felt a little awkward. Chapter 54. Qin Jiaji was a little princess. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 54. Qin Jiaji was a little princess. Bei Qingqing did not know how to reply, and Qin Jiaji spoke up for her. No need, I've had enough. I don't want to stay in this house with Qingqing any longer. I've already made up my mind, and I'll marry Qingqing officially. Bei Qingqing was dumbfounded. She did not expect Qin Jiaji to be so determined when faced with the urge of her family to stay. Besides, what the hell was a formal marriage? Were they not already married? You unfilial son. I think both of you are trying to anger me to death. Chen Tianfeng was furious. He wanted to get angry, but he could not find a place to do so. Chen Jingji had embarrassed him this time. He could not say anything against Qin Jiaji's idea of splitting the family. Chen Tianfeng was so angry that he left. Li Yilan could not persuade Qin Jiaji and Bei Qingqing to stay, so she did not say anything. After all, to her, it did not matter where the two children were. The important thing was that the two of them were doing well. Qin Jiaji continued to instruct the butler to continue counting the items. He could not let go of any item that he bought. After saying that, he asked Bei Qingqing to push him back into the room. Why are you back so early? It's not time for school to end yet, right? Qin Jiaji's tone was devoid of any emotion. Bei Qingqing nodded and then said, I saw your message and felt worried, so I came back first. Qin Jiaji chuckled lightly. What was there to be worried about when he was doing things himself? When they returned to the room, Bei Qingqing could not help but ask curiously, what exactly do you mean by officially getting married? Qin Jiaji said casually, it's just a set of procedures for a formal marriage. The proposal, the wedding, and the consummation of the marriage must be done. What does it look like when other people get married? When we get married, we have to make it even more luxurious. I want everyone to know that you're already married to me. Hearing Qin Jiaji's words, Bei Qingqing could not help but blush. How could such a shy topic come out of his mouth so casually? However, Bei Qingqing said, "But I'm already married to you now, right? What's the point of having a wedding? It's such a waste. I'll be happy to have a wedding, can't I have it?" Bei Qingqing was speechless. She felt that out of the two of them, Chen Jiaji was the little princess. Moreover, he was at Tsundere a little princess. She really could not do anything to him. She could only say, "Okay, okay, okay. If you want to have a wedding, we'll have a wedding." Chen Jiaji was happy, and then he said, "Let's move out in 3 days. I've already found a house. When are you free? Do you want to go and have a look?" "No need. You have good taste. So you can decide." Bei Qingqing was very satisfied. She was also very happy to have a husband who protected her like this. However, Bei Qingqing did not know that because of that internet post, Bei discovered that there was another person in the Chen family who was on the same side as her. So she immediately contacted Chen Jingji. The two of them had the same bad taste and hated Bei Qingqing very much, so they quickly got together. Chen Jingji thought that it was because Chen Jiaji was sober that he snatched the position that should have belonged to him. Bei believed that because of Bei Qingqing, she had blocked her path to become the young mistress of the Chen family. Therefore, the two of them hit it off and decided to work together to take back what should have belonged to them. Chapter 55. After getting drunk, she asked for a kiss. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 55. After getting drunk, she asked for a kiss. Time passed quickly, and soon it was time for Chen Jiaji and Bei Qingqing to move out of the villa. Bei Qingqing was very excited, and she was very happy. This was like a dream to her, finally having her own home with Chen Jiaji. Benove calm. Not only that, this home was very close to her dream home. The new house was especially big, with a beautiful little garden. There were many things in the house that were brought from the villa. These were things that Chen Jiaji had bought himself, so he naturally had to follow him when the house was divided. Not only the things, even the servants who were on good terms with Bei Qingqing were brought over by Chen Jiaji. When they were in the villa, Bei Qingqing was initially not favored. Therefore, most of the servants looked down on Bei Qingqing. Apart from Ah Xiang and Nanny Lu, Bei Qingqing and Ah Xiang had a very good relationship. The age difference between the two was not that big, and they could get along. Nanny Lu's cooking was very delicious. Usually, Bei Qingqing liked the food cooked by Nanny Lu very much. The two of them were also very happy to move into the new house with them. Although Chen Jiaji felt that there were still too few people in the new house and wanted to recruit more people, Bei Qingqing felt that these days were already very good. After all, she could take care of herself, and she did not want to become a pampered young lady. That night, Nanny Lu cooked all of Bei Qingqing's favorite food, and everyone was very happy. Therefore, Bei Qingqing drank some wine. Although the alcohol content wasn't high, Bei Qingqing's alcohol tolerance was not very good. After a while, her face flushed red and she was a little tipsy. Chen Jiaji felt that she was very cute in this way. When it was time to go to bed at night, Chen Jiaji thought that she had already been tired all day, so he did not torture her anymore and wanted to rest early. However, because of the alcohol content, Bei Qingqing kept pouncing on Chen Jiaji, asking for a kiss. Chen Jiaji felt that his body was moving restlessly when Bei Qingqing was about to kiss him. It was as if Bei Qingqing was going to go crazy if she continued to kiss him. However, Bei Qingqing was still drunk. She did not feel Chen Jiaji's restraint at all and continued to kiss him. "If you continue like this, I really can't restrain myself. After all, I'm a normal man. Have some self-respect and stop teasing me," Chen Jiaji restrained himself and said. However, Bei Qingqing was in a daze and felt like kissing him even more. Bei Qingqing immediately pounced on Chen Jiaji and took the initiative to sit on Chen Jiaji's body, kissing him crazily. Feeling Bei Qingqing pounce on him and kiss him crazily, Chen Jiaji felt like his mind was going blank. The blood in his body seemed to be about to erupt in the next second. Bei Qingqing felt Qin Jiaji's passion on his body. After being drunk, she actually took the initiative to extend her hand. After Qin Jiaji felt the temperature of her hand, his body stiffened and he almost could not hold it in. The two of them hugged each other and fell asleep. The next day, when Bei Qingqing woke up, she saw the tissues thrown in the trash bin beside Qin Jiaji's bed. Her mind immediately recalled what she had done last night. Her face immediately turned red. She did not expect that she would actually do such a thing after being drunk. Bei Qingqing felt so ashamed that she wished she could die on the spot. Qin Jiaji also woke up at this time. He looked at the quilt that was propped up and said to Bei Qingqing in a daze, "Why don't we do it again?" Bei Qingqing's face turned even redder. She silently cursed Qin Jiaji for being a hooligan. She clearly knew that she was going to die of embarrassment now, yet she still deliberately brought up this matter. Chapter 56. What can I do to make you forgive me? You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 56. What can I do to make you forgive me? Just as Bei Qingqing was at a loss on how to react, Ah Xiang's voice sounded from outside the door. "Young master, young madam. Master and madam are here," Ah Xiang whispered and left after reminding him outside the door. Qin Jiaji's good mood was extinguished in an instant. It was at this interesting moment that he was interrupted. Bei Qingqing heaved a sigh of relief. It was already awkward enough. Fortunately, Ah Xiang appeared in time. Otherwise, she would not know how to react. Bei Qingqing also felt that she could not drink recklessly anymore. She had never been drunk outside. She did not even know that she would do such things after being drunk. Fortunately, she only used her hands. Nothing substantial happened. Otherwise, she would really die of shame. However, Bei Qingqing thought that it was very strange. After all, they had just separated yesterday. Why did her father-in-law and mother-in-law come over early this morning? Qin Jiaji had the same question by his side. He slowly put on his clothes and waited for Bei Qingqing to get up and push him to wash up. After cleaning up, Bei Qingqing pushed Qin Jiaji slowly into the living room. At this time, Li Yilan and Chen Tianfeng had already been waiting in the living room for a while. Although Chen Tianfeng was a little impatient, he did not show it on his face. "What are you doing here?" Qin Jiaji still looked cold. Li Yilan immediately said, "I'm here to see if your new house has anything missing. Besides, you didn't bring any manpower, so Mom can come over and help clean up." After saying that, Li Yilan saw that Qin Jiaji had no reaction and sighed. Then, she turned to Bei Qingqing and said, "We really let you down for what happened to Jingji. We didn't know that you had to endure so many things in silence. We also didn't know what to do to make you forgive us." Only then did Bei Qingqing realize that they had come here to plead for Qin Jingji. After all, Qin Jingji was their son. Bei Qingqing could understand Li Yilan's feelings. After all, in the Qin family, Li Yilan had always treated her well. However, she did not want to mention Qin Jingji anymore. There's no such thing as forgiveness. Now that Jiaji and I have moved out, we can just live our own lives. Chen Tianfeng was very angry when he heard Bei Qingqing's words. He felt that Bei Qingqing was being too shameless. He had already apologized to her. It was too much for him to not let go of this matter. "You." Chen Tianfeng was about to speak when Li Yilan immediately pulled him back. "What you said makes sense. After all, you and Jiaji are going to start living together as a couple now." "I don't have any objections," Li Yilan said. Bei Qingqing also knew that her mother-in-law was a good person, so he felt a little relieved. Li Yilan continued, "There's one more thing. We want to hold a banquet. After all, there are still many people who don't know that Jiaji has woken up, so we want to hold a banquet and reveal your identity. Do you have any objections?" Bei Qingqing was very surprised. She did not expect Li Yilan to reveal her identity. After all, judging from Qin Tianfeng's attitude, he was very dissatisfied with his daughter.in.law. Bei Qingqing did not expect Li Yilan to suddenly mention this. In fact, she had never thought about revealing her identity before, and it was not anything surprising to her. Chapter 57. Preparing for the formal wedding. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 57. Preparing for the formal wedding. Bei Qingqing did not say anything and just looked at Qin Jiaji's side. Qin Jiaji was very dissatisfied when he heard that his mother actually wanted Bei Qingqing to forgive Qin Jingji. After all, what Qin Jingji did this time was really too much. Thinking of the wedding night, when he opened his eyes and saw Bei Qingqing who was like a frightened deer, Qin Jiaji felt very distressed. This incident was like a thorn in Qin Jiaji's heart. He would never forgive Qin Jingji so easily. Moreover, he was spreading rumors about Bei Qingqing. He had already given face to his parents by separating the family. However, he agreed with the second half of his mother's words. Although there was no need to hold a banquet if he was sober, it was a very important matter to announce Bei Qingqing's identity. At present, the outside world did not know that he was already married. The earlier he announced Bei Qingqing's identity, the earlier he could let those who wanted him to give up these thoughts. Moreover, Bei Qingqing had been married to him for some time, so he hoped that he could announce Bei Qingqing's identity on an important occasion. Thinking of this, Qin Jiaji's expression eased up a little. He said indifferently, "Of course. But I'll have to trouble mother to prepare. After all, she doesn't know anything, so she probably won't be of much help." Li Yilan saw the change in Qin Jiaji's expression. She was also very surprised to see Qin Jiaji being so sad and protective of Bei Qingqing. After all, before Qin Jiaji passed out, there had been people in the family who wanted to marry him. However, Qin Jiaji was not interested in those women at all. Li Yilan liked Bei Qingqing even more. She felt that not only was she gentle and cute, but her character was also very good. Moreover, she was more cultured. Sure. Mom will definitely organize this banquet well. But now I want to know, when can I have a grandson? Qin Jiaji thought for a moment and said, soon. When Bei Qingqing heard his answer, she unconsciously thought of what happened last night, and her face immediately became shy. When it came to having a child, did it mean that she had to have a child with Qin Jiaji? Bei Qingqing did not say anything, but lowered her head in embarrassment. Then I'll be waiting for my eldest grandchild. Oh right, what are your expectations for the banquet? For example, you can tell me about the style and some details. I'll go prepare it then. Bei Qingqing did not understand these things, so she could not make any suggestions. He just looked at Qin Jiaji. Qin Jiaji said indifferently, just keep everything simple. Don't be too luxurious. After all, we're going to have the wedding soon. Li Yilan was stunned for a moment, feeling extremely surprised. She immediately asked, when will the wedding be held? As a mother, why don't I know about it? Qin Tianfeng's face turned livid, and the anger in his heart could not be contained. He had already given this woman a lot of face by hosting a banquet. After all, he had never agreed to host a banquet to reveal her identity. After all, in his eyes, this daughter.in.law should leave the family. But now, Qin Jiaji had actually mentioned a wedding. He was very angry. After all, he had never heard Qin Jiaji mention this matter before. How could a person get married without inviting his parents? How could she do such a thing quietly? The more he thought about it, the darker his face became. Chapter 58. If you don't want her, she will be my daughter. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 58. If you don't want her, she will be my daughter. Bei Qingqing looked at Qin Tianfeng's expression and immediately understood her father.in.law's dissatisfaction with this matter. However, after she heard her mother.in.law's questioning voice, she was still a little surprised. She originally thought that her mother.in.law would not have any objections. After all, her mother.in.law had always been helping her and standing by her side. However, looking at her mother.in.law's shocked expression, she probably would not agree to her and Qin Jiaji's wedding. After all, Bei Qingqing also knew that she was originally a substitute when she got married. Moreover, she had the intention of rushing the wedding. Now that Qin Jiaji had woken up and had many better choices, he did not have to choose her. It was normal for the Qin family to look down on her. However, his mother-in-law suddenly changed the topic and said, "Forget it. I'll take it that you haven't informed me about the wedding yet. But I want to participate in the planning of your wedding." Qin Jiaji was also stunned and asked, "Mom, why are you joining in the fun? I'm the one getting married, not you." Li Yilan's face was full of excitement. She said expectantly, "It doesn't matter. Anyway, I must participate in the planning of your wedding." Bei Qingqing did not know whether to laugh or cry. She originally thought that his mother-in-law did not agree, but in the end, he was thinking too much. However, Bei Qingqing was still very happy. After all, the wedding between her and Qin Jiaji would be even more lively with the blessings of the elders. When Chen Tianfeng heard his wife's words, he was also very shocked. He originally thought that Li Yilan and he were on the united front, but he did not expect that Li Yilan was also an enemy. He really wanted to get angry, but seeing how excited Li Yilan was, he did not know where to start. After thinking about it, he could only swallow it down. "Let me think. Since it's our family's wedding, then we must hold a wedding for the century. The kind that causes a sensation in the entire city, the type that fills up the news page. The big screen on the street is filled with your wedding photos." The more Li Yilan spoke, the more exaggerated she became. Qin Jiaji was speechless. He did want to give Bei Qingqing a wedding of the century, but he wanted it to be grand, not so exaggerated. Although Bei Qingqing felt that it was a little exaggerated, he was still very excited. After all, this also showed how much Li Yilan valued her. "All right, we won't stay here for lunch. This matter is too important. I have to go back quickly and put this matter on the agenda and plan it well." As she said this, Li Yilan pulled Chen Tianfeng and left. After returning, the more Li Yilan thought about this matter, the happier she became. How could a wedding not have the other party's parents? Li Yilan thought about Bei Qingqing's biological mother. She did not like Sun Hongmei. Ever since they met last time, she was disgusted. A woman like her did not deserve to be Bei Qingqing's mother. Li Yilan thought about it. She heard Bei Qingqing mention that she had an adoptive mother in the hospital. And this adoptive mother loved Bei Qingqing very much. Li Yilan immediately decided that Bei Qingqing's adoptive mother would decide on the wedding after she had made up her mind. Li Yilan walked toward the hospital, intending to discuss the wedding with Bei Qingqing's adoptive mother. However, just as Li Yilan walked to Gu Xiang's ward, she heard a familiar voice coming from inside. "Humph, just lie here and wait." Qin Jiaji had already woken up. Soon, there would be no place for Bei Qingqing in the Qin family. "When the time comes, you can take your daughter and scram back," Sun Hongmei said angrily. Gu Xiang said angrily, "You're talking nonsense. Clearly, Qingqing is your daughter, but you're treating her like this. This child's life is hard because of an irresponsible mother like you. In the future, you don't want her, she will be my daughter." L.RG. Chapter 59. Sun Hongmei was smacked in the face. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 59. Sun Hongmei was smacked in the face. It's up to you. That kind of uncultured person has been corrupted by a talent like you. He has become completely unladylike. I don't want this daughter. Yeah, I'm good enough as long as I'm in the Bei family. I'm not like your Bei Qingqing, who does so many immoral things outside every day and makes mom and dad unhappy. Gu Xiang's face was almost white with anger. Get out of here. Sun Hongmei and Bei Bei laughed happily when they saw Gu Xiang's angry look. They could not punish Bei Qingqing, so they wanted to make Gu Xiang feel bad. Only then would they feel comfortable. Li Yilan's face turned ashen when she heard that. She pushed the door open and walked in. Our family will not chase Qingqing away. Li Yilan said loudly. Bei Bei and Sun Hongmei trembled in fear when they heard Li Yilan's voice. They never thought that Li Yilan would hear what they said. Li Yilan snorted coldly and said, I'm going to disappoint you. Qingqing and Jiaji are going to have their wedding soon. That's why I came here to find Qingqing's mother to discuss it. Just wait and see. Sun Hongmei was very unhappy. She was Bei Qingqing's mother, but Li Yilan had come to look for an impostor like Gu Xiang. However, she only dared to complain in her heart. After all, the power of the Chen family was beyond the reach of the Bei family. Hurry up and get out of here. This hospital is the Chen family's property. In the future, no one from the Bei family is allowed to enter without my permission. Li Yilan said angrily. The bodyguards who followed them from the door immediately dragged them out. In the ward, Li Yilan and Gu Xiang talked about Bei Qingqing's current situation. The two of them were like old friends at first sight and they discussed happily. Bei Bei and Sun Hongmei, who were chased out, were very angry. They quickly left the hospital like stray dogs. Bei Bei was very dissatisfied. She did not expect the Chen family to hold a wedding for someone as unpresentable as Bei Qingqing. No matter what, she could not swallow this down. Thus, Bei Bei found Qin Jiaji's childhood sweetheart, Lu Yao's contact information. She wanted to use the jealousy of a woman to get her to work together with her to get rid of Bei Qingqing. However, Lu Yao did not care about such a low-level person at all, so she simply ignored her. This made Bei Bei extremely angry. With no other choice, Bei Bei secretly went to the Chen family's old mansion. She knew that apart from herself, there was another person who also hated Bei Qingqing. That person was Chen Jingji. Bei Bei secretly sneaked into Chen Jingji's room. She did not care about Chen Jingji's surprise and told him about this matter. She also expressed that she wanted to join forces with him. She used the wisdom of both of them to chase Bei Qingqing away. Chen Jingji was also very shocked when he heard the news. However, apart from being shocked, Chen Jingji realized that Bei Bei, who was Bei Qingqing's sister, was also pretty good. Looking, although she wasn't as pretty as Bei Qingqing, she still had a good figure. Bei Bei looked at Chen Jingji's lecherous eyes and understood what Chen Jingji meant. She gritted her teeth. So that night, Bei Bei voluntarily stayed in the Chen family's old mansion and spent the night with Chen Jingji. Bedouin Chen Jingji was so happy that he felt like he had eaten honey. Bei Bei took advantage of the time she spent in bed and kept whispering into his ears. She urged Chen Jingji to deal with Bei Qingqing as soon as possible. Chen Jingji was also a forgetful person. After hearing Bei Bei's words, he immediately took action. Chapter 60. Dirt. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 60. Chen Jingji revealed to the celebrity news companies that the Chen family was going to hold a banquet in advance. These celebrity news companies were worried about not having any traffic. However, after hearing Chen Jingji's revelation, they were very excited. After all, this was the Chen family. As long as there was even the slightest bit of movement, it would be on the hot searches. Not only that, Chen Jingji also told them that Bei Qingqing was a substitute in the marriage. In order to marry into a rich family, she would do anything to get rid of her sister. To marry into a rich family instead of the other party. For a time, the celebrity news companies crazily wrote gossip on the internet with such headlines, and kept reposting it. Soon, the news rushed to the top searches, and for a time, Bei Qingqing was scolded by the whole internet. Out of nowhere, many people who claimed to be her classmates came out and exposed all kinds of dirt about her. Even people who claimed to be from Bei Qingqing's kindergarten came out one after another. The news came too suddenly, and Bei Qingqing was not prepared at all. All the dirt had been revealed during the day, and by the time Bei Qingqing was about to go home, it was already all over the place. At this time, the school gate was blocked by reporters from all major media outlets. They were waiting at the gate to take high-definition pictures of Bei Qingqing. When Bei Qingqing came out, she was completely stunned. Faced with these difficult questions from the reporters, Bei Qingqing did not know how to answer them. She could only remain silent. Fortunately, Chen Jiaji had arranged bodyguards to follow Bei Qingqing. With her protection, they successfully sent her to the car. Bei Qingqing was filled with questions in the car. When she opened her phone, she realized that her fake information was flying all over the place. On the other side, Chen Jiaji also saw the news. He frowned and his hands were clenched so tightly that they turned white. He immediately dialed a number. On the other side of the number was a friend of his, Gu Yunhai. He specialized in the entertainment industry and could be said to be an expert in this industry. Not long after, Gu Yunhai found the source of the news and told Chen Jiaji that the instigator behind this incident was Chen Jingji. Chen Jiaji had more or less guessed it. He snorted and asked, "Since you found out, aren't you going to give me a wedding gift?" Gu Yunhai was speechless. "Mon vieux, okay. Then I'll help you deal with this matter." Gu Yunhai was helpless. However, with his relationship with Chen Jiaji, even if the other party did not ask him, he would still help. Gu Yunhai thought for a moment. If he were to delete the dirt now, it would be too obvious. Therefore, he did not delete the dirt on Bei Qingqing. Instead, he contacted various major media outlets and celebrity news companies to post about Bei Qingqing's hard and simple life over the years, as well as her achievements over the years. This news made the dirt that Chen Jingji had released suddenly become untenable. Public opinion immediately improved. Even the people who had previously forwarded the dirt on Bei Qingqing immediately lamented that they had made a mistake. The netizens expressed one after another that it was rare to find a girl like Bei Qingqing who had both good character and hard work to support herself. At the same time, all the major celebrity news companies began to release the dirt about Chen Jingji and Bei Bei. This included Chen Jingji, who was ignorant and incompetent all day, teasing his sister. Law. Bei Bei's bullying of the students at school was also exposed. The netizens' attitudes changed in an instant, and they started to scold Bei Bei and Chen Jingji.